What's going on, Taurus? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct. This is going to be your general reading for the month of March. All right, so we're going to see what message is coming through for your cards, what clarity we can get through your spread. This is a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone that watches this, but if it does resonate with you, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, comment on the channel as usual. And this, if it doesn't resonate, you can always check out your rising or moon sign or one of the previous readings that I did for Taurus. All right, Taurus, we got a lot of energy coming through here. We got a lot of light codes coming in. I'm feeling it's a lot of different messages. So looking at your cards, it's kind of going deep. So I was like, let me just hop into the reading and we should have more info as I move along. This is going to be your present energy that we're starting off with, your main storyline that we're getting into. After that, we'll go into your futuristic energy on the left side. This is also your supporting details. And then at the end, we're wrapping it up with a fairy card. You guys got the King of Spring. All right. If you're brand new to the channel and you don't follow me on IG yet, you should follow me at chrisanthony14lbs, Chris Anthony 14 pounds. And if you're looking for a personal reading with me, you can look at the description of the video for the details about how to book that with me. All right. Taurus, let's do this. I definitely appreciate you, Tauruses, for coming out strong, for liking, subscribing, for showing a lot of love in the comments. You guys came out the strongest in my last readings once again. So you're one of the first readings that I'm getting to for March. Let's do this, Taurus. So crowning your reading, you do have the Eight of Pentacles clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. So I do feel in the month of March that you guys may be busy. And the type of busy that I am talking about is this may be something that you're more so doing internally with the Wheel of Fortune. Eight of Pentacles is you being very hard at work, you processing some information. I do feel that a lot of you guys are going to be in a place of translation. You're almost translating symbols, light codes, hieroglyphics. This is the vision that I was seeing from your DNA that are encoded in your DNA. So it's almost like you're copying information, you're copying light codes, you're copying symbols, hieroglyphics that you almost pick up subconsciously that are encoded into your DNA. But then the work is that you have to translate what those symbols are. Now, I feel like a lot of Tauruses have been working to get these light codes or this encoded language from your DNA for a while now. And this has been coming through a lot of different experiences, through a lot of different lessons that you have been learning over time. A lot of things that have been packed in consciously into your brain, right? Now, the work that you're doing, though, is more so of integrating some things that have been running subconsciously on you into a more conscious place, right? So you're trying to integrate your conscious and subconscious mind at this moment. But the language that you're picking up is from a subconscious place with this Wheel of Fortune. And I feel like a lot of you guys on the surface level are working to change your future, working to change your destiny, working to get closer to the life that you envision for yourself. But you do find that you have things that get in your way. You have certain blocks that come up to the surface. You have a certain barrier, language barrier is what I'm feeling between your conscious and subconscious mind. And now your subconscious mind is the thing that attracts things into your world. Your subconscious programming is the things that manifest things into your life. And I feel that in the month of March, you guys are kind of getting deeper into this program to see exactly what system is running in the background while you're operating in the front or on the front end. All right, so going back to the vision that I was kind of picking up, this Wheel of Fortune here is almost like a record that is playing, and this record is playing the music, you know, in your background, your theme music. And so you walk around life listening to this theme music every day. When you walk in a room, the theme music starts to play. When you start to have conversations with other people, the theme music plays. Subconsciously, in your mind and your being. And what I feel that you're trying to do now is to change that theme music, change that tune, change the way that you subconsciously have been attracting things into your world and attracting situations, attracting people, attracting opportunities. And so you're doing this work of kind of putting together a new song, putting together the lyrics, right, with this Eight of Pentacles, putting together, producing the music, trying to see the nuances that come through the melodies of music, trying to put together cold words that you can kind of put in this music. So when it runs through the record player of your subconscious mind, it comes out with a certain what's the word? A certain not reaction, but you get a certain reaction from your subconscious mind, right? You get what you put into it. So I don't know. This is what I'm seeing that you guys are doing though. In a very spiritual, deep way, on a very soul level, this is what's happening. Your soul, is leading you to kind of pick up the language of that your subconscious is kind of putting out to you through this output signal. You're picking up the signal now. Somehow, some way you're picking up this signal and you're able to encode what has been being playing in the background, right? The signal you've been putting out to the world, how you've been showing up, how you have been representing yourself. And I feel like some of you guys are like, wait a minute, I want to change that. I want to change that tune. I want my subconscious brain to operate and be programmed a different way. I want a signal to be put out a different type of way. I want this type of tune playing when I walk in the room. So this is some deep work that's going on here, but you're definitely being guided into this place of reattunement is what I'm feeling for some of you guys. You're kind of reprogramming. You're becoming a different character. You're upgrading your avatar in this realm. Okay? So below that, we have the Eight of Cups clarified by the Hermit. All right, so I do feel, not the Hermit, sorry about that, but the Hierophant. So the Eight of Cups clarified by the Hierophant here, to me, is representing you walking away from a certain older version of yourself, walking away from the older avatar that had limited gifts and abilities and strength and stamina and perception and skills, right? And you were able to operate within this avatar, within this certain makeup or version of yourself for a very long time, years even for a lot of you guys. But now you're coming to a place where you're hitting a glass ceiling. You're coming to a place where it's a little bit too weighty for you because you're operating in higher frequencies. You're going more so into higher dimensions in the way that you perceive the world around you, the way that your awareness and consciousness has kind of come alive recently. So you're seeing that some of the subconscious programming, this older version of yourself, is something that you have to walk away from. There are certain things that you have to release and let go of with the Hierophant. Certain beliefs that have been running in the background for a very long time. All right, so I do feel like that some of you guys are speaking to your internal architect. This Hierophant is almost representing this internal architect, and you're having a certain conversation, like almost like I was saying up here with your subconscious mind. If you view the subconscious mind as something that's kind of a recorder, is how a lot of people explain it. It records a lot of information, records all of your experiences, and then it keeps it that way. It's not something that really changes, right? It's something that's built and then it stays in place, right? So you're going back to this architect, this person, this representative that put your subconscious mind together, that built your belief system, and you're choosing to kind of bring new information in that would revamp the way that your subconscious world has been built. All right. And I feel like you're leaving the older version of this architecture behind to create a newer philosophy, a newer perception, a newer world, a new way to run the subconscious programming that happens in the background of your mind, right? So some of you guys are definitely giving up old patterns, old lifestyles, old relationships, older things in the physical world, walking away from certain things that you have attracted in your world and in your space through this older subconscious pattern, through this older belief system, through this older philosophy that you have held. And now you're making space for something new. You're making room for this new element that you're bringing into your world to attract a new type of future for yourself. You're writing the song, writing the ballad, writing the music, putting it all together, putting it all in place, and then uploading this information into your will or your record player that is your subconscious mind. All right. Now over here we have the Hermit clarified with the Page of Wands. The Hermit could be the place that some of you guys have found yourself in maybe for a while because you have been trying to get a lot of this information in. You have been subconsciously trying to understand what's been happening in your world, right? You've been going down to the cellar or going deep into your cave that is you, right? You opened up the cellar, you turned the light on, the lantern, and you walked down the steps into your subconscious world to see exactly what's happening down here. Like, why are these things happening up here on the upper deck of the ship, right? Why are we running into glaciers? Why are we kind of going into these places that are rocky waters? Why don't we see these storms coming before time? How can we change the way that we've been running this vessel? And this is what I feel a lot of you Virgos have been doing. Get into this place within your being where you're starting to align a lot of things a lot different. You're in full on architecture mode, like you're changing the architecture of yourself. And so this Hermit, I feel, has went down into a lot, the operation of themselves to get this information, to change, to make changes, to make upgrades, to bring in these new elements. And now once you come back up from the cellar, once you come back up from the bottom of your ship, you have these new ideas that are coming into you in the month of March, the Page of Wands. These new ideas have been sparked by a rearrangement of your subconscious belief system. These new ideas have been sparked by the experiences that have poured in to your subconscious over the years, and you consciously understanding these experiences and healing certain parts of yourself and understanding the lessons that you were taught through these experiences help you to build this newer philosophy, this newer belief system that you're now putting into your subconscious world. I don't even know where this is coming from, Taurus, but I'm just telling you what's happening. All right. And so now the Hermit is coming back to the surface, and he has this new direction that he wants to head in, or these new ideas about the journey that he's on, the path that he's on, the voyage that he's going into, right? Because he went down to the mainframe of the system to see exactly what was happening. Like, how is this ship operating? How is it built? Why does it do this? And so this is what you guys have been doing, finding out a lot of information about yourself, about how you operate, about how you're built, about what you react to, what have you been reacting to, how are you, kind of programmed from the beginning, your origins. And now that you have come to a place to understand your origin, to understand your original programming, you have begun to upgrade because you're like, okay, that's cool. I understand why I do what I do and why I go where I go and why I attract the certain scenarios that I attract. But now I want to change the game. Now I want to change the operational system that's running on me. Now I want to evolve. So this is evolution that's coming in, Taurus, and now these new ideas come because you are evolving. And a lot of us are evolving right now, like in the collective. There's a lot of upgrades that are happening that are coming in. A lot of subconscious activity is also going to be happening in Pisces, right? Pisces season. So you guys are kind of getting your downloads, and these like deeper downloads are making you have these more conscious level ideas, and you're getting more kind of motivated to be like, wait a minute, okay, like now that I made those changes subconsciously, I want to do this, because the ship can go faster now. Now the ship can turn a lot more than it was able to turn before. Now we can reach more higher speeds, and we can slow down a lot faster, and our sails have been upgraded, right? So we can be carried across the ocean a lot quicker. So you're like, you know what, let's try something new now because we've upgraded. Let's go to a voyage to this place that's a lot further than we've been before, because now we have upgraded abilities. All right, so this is just kind of what I'm picking up. um 1 second. Okay, Taurus, sorry about that little break. I had to go let somebody in. Um, but all right, let's keep it moving. Let me see if I can kind of get back into the stream that we had going. It's pretty good so far. Moving down, we had the Six of Pentacles clarified by the Knight of Swords. So with the Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, I do feel like there is this movement towards this kind of culmination of events. The Knight of Swords is usually somebody that brings in a message, that brings in information, or this could just be talking about a very quick movement towards something that you're headed to. This could be something in finance, something in financial opportunities, a new job, a new career. But it seems like there is this equal give and take that you're wanting to move toward. And when I say that, I kind of feel that it has to do with the equal give and take that you get out of life. You know, I feel like you guys feel like you have been giving, and sorry about the background noise too, but I do feel like you guys have been giving in a lot of energy, a lot of investments, a lot of emotional energy, time to get something out of life, but you have been feeling like, you know, you haven't been getting exactly what you want out of life. And this is why you kind of went on this long journey, or your soul went into this journey of finding out what was happening down on the subconscious levels and on the subconscious realms of your being, right? And after you kind of went down, you did this work, you're heading towards this equal give and take from out of life. When it comes down to you giving a certain amount of energy, you giving a certain amount of intention, a certain amount of work and investment into your environment, and you getting back that same amount of energy investment from the universe, from the world, from these environments, these relationships, these people that you will find around you that you're heading into. So this is a new place that you're wanting to head towards, to a place of balance, a place of give and take, a place of reciprocation, right? Where you're receiving as much as you're giving. And you're no longer wanting to put up or deal with the imbalance of energy, the imbalance of connections, the imbalance of your environments, where you're not getting as much as you're giving, right? And I feel like this is a quick movement towards this Six of Pentacle type of energy with his Knight of Swords. You know, and this is also talking about a transformation in the way that you're communicating, a transformation in the way that you're carrying yourself. The Knight of Swords is all about communication, all about logical thinking, rational thinking, and all about the expression of a person, or the expression of you. So this expression has changed through this internal work, this internal development, this internal shift of your makeup, right? And now you're moving into this equal give and take kind of. I want to say this is almost like your system, your vetting process or vetting system, so you can recognize in the beginning if this situation is going to give into you as much as you're giving into it, if this person is going to give into you, right? If this new job opportunity, if this new social environment is going to give into you as much as you're giving into it, because you have changed up your makeup. So you have to receive now as much as you give. You no longer will allow it to be an unbalanced, unequal give and take type of experience, type of connection. All right, now going over here, we have the Five of Cup energy, and it's clarified with the Nine of Swords. Five of Cups could be representing this past place that you have been kind of exiting for a while. The past represents, the um, disappointments that you had to face, the things that fell apart, the things that didn't work out, the things that did not go as planned, the things that were not happening, the way that you wanted them to happen because of certain belief systems, thoughts, limiting beliefs, programming that was kind of running in the background, right? So it brought you into the Nine of Swords. It brought you into anxiety. It brought you into a kind of uneasiness, a high level of discomfort, worry, fear, right? Because you're like, wait a minute, why every time that I try to build something, right? Three of Cups, Two of Cups, Five of Cups, it always ended up spilling over. It almost always ended up not working out as planned. It ended up kind of bringing me to a place of worry, of fear. And I feel like this is kind of the element that brought you into all of this transformational energy that I've been speaking about this whole reading, that brought you into this new place of wanting more out of life, of wanting more out of your environment, wanting more out of what you invest into, because there was so much that fell apart. There was so much that created an unease, created a discomfort, created, you know, fear and almost loathing. So this has all kind of been a process that you've been working to eliminate this type of feeling, to eliminate this type of place that you come to in the end, right? To eliminate this type of conclusion. All right, so let's go into your futuristic energy and see what's happening. We do have um, the Two of Wands is here, the Four of Wands is here, the Two of Pentacles is here, and then the Knight of Swords. All right, so with the Two of Wands clarified with the Ace of Wands, this is, I believe, speaking of this new beginning, this new direction that you're headed into with these ideas that you come up with after you understand yourself a little bit more, after you understand this programming that's been created subconsciously, after you make those changes. You're wanting to, like I said, change the direction of the vessel, change the direction of the boat. And so you're a lot more passionate coming into this new direction. You have a lot more momentum. Like I said, things are a little bit lighter now. You have a lot more passion, right? A lot more of a catalyst, right? Your engine, your motor, that whole part of you is a lot more clean. So when you went down into that bottom of the boat, there was this transformation that happened because you understood how the operation was happening, and now you made that operation work a lot quicker for you, a lot faster. The processing of your information, the processing of your subconscious um, abilities or subconscious programming is kind of has been sped up a little bit. And so you're going into this new beginning, this new direction with a lot more momentum, a lot more speed, a lot more energy, a boost that has come in as you're embarking on these new ideas, right? Four of Wands is here clarified by the Death card. So there could be a transformation that's also happening in a partnership or a commitment or a relationship that maybe you're thinking about. Something probably had come to an end with this Death card, and there was a ending, there was a death to maybe this partnership or just your home environment. The Four of Wands does talk about the home environment too, the place where you feel safety and security at. Something has been transformed about this element of your life, though, of partnership, of home life. And this transformation could be creating a new beginning within your home life or your element between you and another person or inside of a commitment. Four of Wands is also the marriage card, right? The commitment card. So some of you guys could be experiencing a new, element in your marriage, in your commitments, in your relationship that you're having with somebody else after you have been through this process of transformation, after you have kind of shed and walked away from this old version of yourself. All right. So the Four of Wands here is kind of speaking of this newness. Now that you have transformed, you're walking into this new place of connection, this new place of partnership, this new place of security. And this could be happening with someone that you have already been with, or this could be a new opportunity that comes in after this transformation for you to connect with someone, for you to walk into partnership with someone else. All right, but then down here we have the Two of Pentacles, clarified by the Two of Pentacles. So this is almost talking about a juggling act that's happening here, or a balancing act. You still finding balance within yourself, right? Still finding balance between two different worlds is what could be happening here in the month of March, because you're doing so much to make a deep change, a subconscious change, because you're doing so much to upgrade who it is that you are. You could find yourself kind of moving back and forth between two worlds, because you're kind of evolving, right? And when we are evolving or shedding our skin or coming into a new being, we still experience the old being at the same time, right? So as you're walking away from the old, you're being introduced to the new. But this can create for some of you guys this going back and forth between the two cycles or the two worlds, going back and forth between the old you and the new you with the Two of Pentacles, and trying to find a balance. Or for some of you guys, trying to find a balance between that conscious and subconscious world, as this new information is being picked up consciously from your subconscious mind. You're trying to kind of find the relationship between the two, like I was talking about up here, trying to integrate the two, come into or bring them into integration. All right, so this is why the Two of Pentacles is here twice, because there's a lot of change happening in March. There's a lot of evolution happening, a lot of upgrades coming in, a lot of shedding of the old you. But you'll have to kind of go back and forth between these two worlds or these two yous before you reach the new you, if you understand what I'm saying. So you'll kind of feel the shifting from two states, right, of consciousness. Not that any of you guys, you Tauruses, are crazy or anything like that, but you are going to feel that you're in two different worlds for a while before you really tap into this new world all the way. This is what I'm picking up from these cards, all right? Below that, we have the Knight of Swords that popped up again with the Ace of Cups. So once again, I feel like this is you embarking into this new opportunity, this new world. And for a lot of you guys, this is going to be very emotionally fulfilling. I was talking about here how there is a lot of fulfillment that's coming in, right? Because you have given so much into the past and it hasn't given back into you. This new you is giving into something that is bringing a reciprocal type of energy. So you're charging into emotional fulfillment. And I feel like this is the number one thing that a lot of Tauruses have been fighting for, is this emotional fulfillment, right? Where you receive satisfaction, when you receive this fulfillment that you have not been able to reach for a while, which is why you have been worried, right? Because the Five of Cups talks about not being able to receive emotional fulfillment. The Eight of Cups talks about walking away from something because you did not have fulfillment in it, right? So now that you've been, or you're working on this transformation of yourself, what you're searching for, what you're heading into is emotional fulfillment. And this is what you're finding in your futuristic energy. You're charging forward after transforming and finding this Ace of Cups, this gift from the universe. For some of you guys, this could be a connection with someone else, like I said, because we have this partnership, this commitment, this marriage energy that's here after your transformation. But the Ace of Cups here could be in any form. It could come in any form. So this could be a new job. It could be a new project. This could be a new relationship. It could be a new love life. Right? Now, some of you guys could definitely be dealing with a water sign, or you could be dealing with an air sign when it comes down to this. But whatever or whoever it is a brand new beginning and an opportunity for you to receive the type of fulfillment that maybe you haven't been experiencing for a very long time, because you have finally changed up the tune that you're broadcasting, the signal that you're broadcasting. And it's about to pay off for you because we have the Wheel of Fortune here. All right, so to wrap it up, you guys have the King of Spring for your fairy card. It says innovative, inspiring, wise, and theatrical. So you could definitely be taking on the King of Spring energy as you move forward, right, into this new path, as you move forward into this kind of new perception or new level of awareness. And it says a financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now, in an unexpected supporter of your case. Okay, this could also be representing a person, the King of Spring. This possibly could be the person that you are connecting with because you have the Ace of Cups and the Four of Wands energy here. So hopefully you guys can kind of see that a little bit. I know it may be a little bit blurry, but I'll read it again. It says a financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now, and an unexpected supporter of your case. So this may be somebody that comes in and supports your cause or case, that's kind of coming in, matching your energy, but this could also be the energy that you're taking on. The King of Spring, somebody who is very innovative, somebody who is very inspiring, somebody that is wise, somebody that is theatrical, right? And putting all of those skills and abilities to work to head into this new place, this new beginning, this passionate new start. So Taurus, hopefully all of this made sense to you. That was kind of deep because I haven't had a deep Taurus reading like that in a while, if you ask me. But we went somewhere this time. So hopefully you guys resonated with that. If you did, like, share, subscribe, comment on the channel. I will see you guys in the next reading. Thank you for your time. Later.